Hey Pari, a very, very warm welcome to you on Just Like That.
Thanks, Sahil. Thanks for having me over. Pleasure interacting.
Superb. So, Pari, as you're aware, Just Like That is all about candid conversations with minds on things that matter. And your life has been no short of an inspiration for many because every time something happened, the next moment we saw Pari bouncing back. And I think it'll be fantastic to navigate through your entire life journey from the time you really were born till very recently, where you almost had a life threatening episode in your life and you bounced back just so beautifully. So tell us a little more, Pari.
So thanks, Sahil. I hope I don't know too much of an inspiration, but I'll be as candid as I can get. So, come from a very humble middle class Parsi family, born and brought up in a very simple, serene area like Maheen. Uh, Coming from a convent education, mom had instilled from day one that you need to be on the other side of the table if you want to achieve something in life. So a lot of go getting, a lot of fighting spirit is something which I honestly inculcated from her. So from day one it was always about academics and about striving for excellence. And somewhere internally the element of courage was always instilled in us to do something different in life and not be scared of the outcome or the consequences. So that's what my school and college journey was. And somewhere in my mind, my father lost his job when I was just in the sixth standard, and as a family we had to suddenly make ends meet, and the only thing I had was my rigor in academics. So I started giving tuitions to students when I was all of 12 and 13 myself, to assist my mom in helping make ends meet. That's where I actually honed my go getting ability, or my ability to triumph come what may over adversity. And then when it went into college life, and is considering the fact that I knew I had to do something to be the anchor for the family from day one, I decided to pursue my CA. But as luck would have it, in my finals I did not clear my tax paper. And I had a mentor at that time whom I went up to, and I was very disappointed because being a first ranker all my life in school and in college, this was a failure, was a complete setback for me. So he told me, just figure out, introspect, see where you've gone wrong and give it back. And that just words resonated with me. So I studied differently, and incidentally, in the next attempt, it was almost the best paper of taxation in the country. I missed that target by 2 marks. So that kept me going to and incidentally, taxation is a field where I have specialized my career for the last 26 years of my life. So that's who I am.
Right. Correct. So actually, you've mastered the recipe of turning setbacks into comebacks.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what are some of those finer tenets that you would really tell our viewers that whenever they encounter a setback and they come back stronger, what are the two or three things that are very important, both from a mind space and otherwise?
So I think it's all about mindset and resilience, isn't it? So these days I am trying very hard to, whenever I get negative thoughts, I've tried to remove words like horrible, disgusting, toxic, terrible, bad from my dictionary. And I try to sort of consciously use a lot of positivity in my communication as well, because life has dealt honestly with several blows currently. And I try and visualize the final outcome. I look at what I want the final outcome to be. So no amount of sordid news, whether it's a life-altering surgery that I've recently had, or to be afflicted with a debilitating illness, it just sort of, once I start visualizing where I want to be as an outcome, and not really dependent on a medical professional or dependent on any other diagnostic test, it's my inner willpower and my positive mindset that helps me overcome whatever gets into my path. And I am honestly a person who loves challenges. I thrive on challenges and obstacles because I think it helps me unleash my inner potential and doesn't make me complacent.
No, absolutely. I think the space between our ears is just so important, which is the mind that you really honed over the years. But more importantly, Pari, each one of us have very, very different pain bearing abilities. So, how do you really endure pain? Because while it comes naturally to most women in the world, and they're much better than men at that, how do you really get that whole thing to tide over the pain, the physical pain?
So it's like, I tell myself that, when life throws you lemons, you simply make lemonades and drink it, right? So what are the choices when there are no alternatives available? It's as they say, it's your attitude which determines, right, your outcome. So, when there was a verdict given to me that I'm, going through a life altering illness, what were the choices given to me as a patient? Nothing. So, I had to go through the journey, but I made my inner resolve so powerful, and maybe for the sake of my son as well, because I'm a working mother and I know that I need to be around. Ultimately he's looking at me and following my footsteps. So I knew I owe it to him, and I'm used to in my life being the anchor for various aspects of my life. So I simply had no choice. And when you don't have a choice at times, you react strongly automatically. Needless to say, of course, it's at times very difficult to endure physical pain. But again, I would only attribute it to my resilience, my courage, and my passion to get up and do things. So incidentally, even in this example, I was discharged from the hospital on Friday, and I was sitting on my office chair by Monday morning, doing the stuff that I love doing most.
Yeah, and actually, Pari, it's so surprising because now, given the whole COVID situation and all of us are working from home and on computer screens, looking at you, no one could even imagine that you'd gone through a very, very major surgery, general anesthesia, just because the smile is intact, the thoughts are intact, and the mind is more active than even before.
So Sahil, it's like this: disability comes only when you're mentally disabled. Physical disability does not matter beyond a point. That's my mantra.
Fantastic. On that very happy note, Pari, wish you all the very best. May the power and all the forces be with you as you continue to inspire so many of us by living by example. Thank you so much for joining us on Just Like That.
Thank you, Sahil. Thank you for giving the opportunity. Cheers to you as well. Thank you.